Hi, I'm gonna make these really quick so you'll know what they do. This is Innersence, I Create Volume. These are one of the products that we can't live without, that we love. It's extremely slippery. You can actually use it on tighter curled hair. It's when you need to seal in the curl pattern. It works great with other leave-in conditioners. And basically what you're gonna do is when you need something to slip through the hair really nicely, but dry with distinctive cast. So, and then after it dries, you can squeeze it and all the stiffness comes out and it's really nice. And the other reason why we really like it is they don't test on animals. It's the only thing we have here that's certified organic, so which they have on the back, so you can read that. So this is, again, I Create Volume, a volumizing lotion for those of you who don't like gels. Another product we can't live without here at Curls & Company, Chicago, is Innersence Hydrating Cream Conditioner. The reason I really love this is you can use it as a deep conditioner. Because it's small, I kind of think you should if you have a lot of hair. If you just have the average amount of hair, then you're fine. This can be your daily conditioner. It's super moisturizing. You're gonna love it. So again, it's another one, certified organic. We really, really love it. Just know it's extremely thick. So what I suggest is pump it out in your hand, get it watery and runny, and then put it through your wet hair, okay? In the shower. Another one? All right, Sweet Spirit Leave-In Conditioner. And I'll tell you why we really like this. For kids. For kids, this is so good. The tangled kids, the kids who, they just can't calm down, and you need to put something in their hair because it's tangly and wild. This Sweet Spirit leave-in conditioning is so nice. I mean, you'll immediately see, you just spray it on the child's hair and then work your fingers through a little bit, and if nothing else, you're gonna get a nice, so they can go to school, so they can go to church, so they can go grocery shopping, and it looks like you did their hair even if you didn't have time to do it. So this is every parent's friend. It's also really great for adults. So if you just need a leave-in and then you can put your gel, like you don't want anything too heavy, this is really good. It's just a very light, nice conditioning, slippery spray. This I just discovered how much I like the other day. I've had some people who have come in that have just been inordinately dry, where I'm like, we've done the deep conditioning, we've done everything, and I still don't have, the texture still doesn't feel very good. So I'll just take like this much, if they have a lot of hair, this much. I rub it in my hands like hand lotion. It's super creamy. I really have had good, but just know, this is so thick. Again, all their stuff is really concentrated. I mean, look at that. That's some thick stuff. So again, you're gonna wanna go through and use a water bottle that works. There you go. Water it down and then put it through your wet hair. I don't recommend putting this on dry hair just because it'll leave a little bit. But if you're gonna put it on dry hair, just work it through. Again, work it through really good, massage it through that curl, and then let it dry.
I thought it was a technique. I've always wanted to actually.
More products we can't live without.
Oh, it is.
Some people love color. Some people love color too much. Are you the person who loves color too much? You're changing all the time. And when you get home, you know your hair is ravaged. It looks so good at the club, but guess what? In real life, in your bathroom, after you shower, you're like, oh boy, this hair has gone through a lot. It's a party lover's hair. So this is gonna help you. The Olaplex, the Hair Perfector, number 3, this you're gonna take home with you. And we can do it here. We have a very intense Olaplex treatment we do here at the back bowl. You're not gonna have that done all the time. You're gonna do this at home, and you're gonna do this once a week. And if you do it, and see how little it is, you do it until you use it up. And after the time you use it up, your hair should be a lot better. Now, there's a reason it's got that little thing and it plunks out. Don't overdo it. All this stuff you want to make sure you put on, this number 3 especially, on very wet hair. And focus on the mid shaft down. If your hair up here is pretty healthy, Again, you want to treat the part that's not looking healthy, mid-shaft down. Work it through with your nice gentle fingers. Okay, these are the newest products. Hold on, not like the greatest. I could not be on a game show. Anyway, these are the newest products by Curly World. What's Curly World, you may say? Remember Diva Curl? Still love it. But Lorraine Massey founded Diva Curl, jumped ship because she wanted to take a different direction. And these are the things she came up with, which I'm a huge fan. They're different than Diva Curl, which is nice. You don't really, they're two different thoughts on things, so it's not like they're competing. They do different things. They have a different focus. So this sham-free hair scalp cleanser, when you need to elongate your curl, when you need to worry about the health of your scalp, because you want to get in there, you want to make sure you're not itchy, you want to make sure you're really, really clean. You're going to put this in your hand and it doesn't suds at all. And you're going to think, am I getting clean? You'll notice immediately your scalp feels really, really clean. So you don't even, it's not even it may look weird in your hand, but it's only going to take you 2 seconds to realize how not gunky this is. Plus, it's really interesting. I had somebody come in with so much hair product on their hair, and I really did not think this was going to work. And I'm like, just trust Lorraine, trust, trust, trust. So I put it in their hair, it broke up the gunk. So whatever's going on there, it works. So again, we use a lot of stuff. Terms and conditions. This is our conditioner. Again, it's coming from a really different place. When you're using a traditional conditioner, it's thick. It's usually very like white and like thick, you know, like pudding. This is not like that. This drags through the hair really nice. It's got an amazing detangler. You can leave this in for 3 or 4 days. Like just keep reapplying, keep reapplying. It does not get gunky. I didn't want to be gross, so I went up to 4 days with it. My hair felt so nice, so clean. There wasn't like that tackiness. I think I'm day 2 right now. And I mean, you see, this is some nice curl. And I just left a little of this in because again, it's winter. We're in Chicago. Even if you're like Arizona, if you're in the desert, everybody needs moisture. This really helps with moisture, but it's like appropriate moisture. So again, it's not that pudding-like consistency you're used to, but it's super slippery, great for leave-in, but this is your daily conditioner. And the reason that Curly World doesn't have a million things is her hope is that you won't get confused. You're only going to have a few things you need to work with, and that will be enough. I'm sure she's going to have some other things to come, but these are her foundational things that are the most important. Now, my very favorite. I love this so much, so much. I can't say enough good things about it. So this is the Leave-In Lover Love Me or Leave Me gel, or leave-in gel. So anyway, again, Curly World, Lorraine Massey, right here. Why do I love it? I love it because it just works really easily and really well, and there's no surprises. What does that mean? It means it detangles, it makes it shiny, it makes it conditioned. Your hair is going to have a very different feel than a normal gel. Normal gels, like when I would use like my Diva gel, just don't get me wrong, love it, but it's got a whole different focus. There's a lot of control, there's a lot of structure. It's much more of a weighty, it's almost like when you want that ultra perfect like cast. Some people really like that stronghold look. That's what a gel, normal gel is going to give you. This is not going to give you that. My hair, if you look, I can move it around. Probably wasn't the most attractive look, but as you can see, this stuff moves, it's bouncy, and I really like that, and it just feels like hair. It doesn't feel like I have a bunch of heavy gel on my hair. That being said, I mean, I love my Diva Curl. Even Archangel, which is the strongest gel by Diva Curl, is not a stiff hold. But again, if you want hair that feels real flowy and feels like each curl is moving, I feel like that's what this does. Without a lot of, you don't have to like coerce it into action. You just sort of put it on, let it dry, and I did use some clips, and then you're done. So very easy. Now, watch. So that's, and if you see this, it's very light. It's almost like runny. I guess I should show you, shouldn't I? Whoa, see that? And you're like, oh, that's not gonna work on me. I've got the craziest curls ever. Wrong. It's really awesome. And in fact, if I took this, and let's say you get a couple flyaways, oh look, like right here, I can gently take some of this and pat the flyaways and then reboot. Like let's say you've got that big business meeting. Well, you're not gonna have time to make it look perfect, but you got wind blown in the windy city. Just take a little bit of that, and wherever you see some flyaways, just tap it in nicely, and it'll knock down the flyaways. You can go in, nobody knows you have product on your hair, and then by the time you're done with your presentation, you walk out, it's dry, you squeeze it, awesome. This is the other thing I want to show you too. Oops. With the leave-in lever. Now, my hair is dry, obviously. Look at this. I mean, I'm doing a lot of manipulation here that should scare you, right? My hair looks good. And it's not because I have magical powers that nobody else has. This stuff really holds nicely. Mwah, it's my new favorite thing. Can I say more? Yeah, I could, but that's enough. These are products that we can't live without. I run Curls and Company Chicago on DevaCurl. Why? Because I've been using it for 19 years. When I first went to New York, they didn't even have that many classes to like teach you how to use this stuff or how to cut in the Lorraine Massey curl by curl dry cutting diva way. But once I tried these, I was like, I'm a believer. And that's how I feel about our Curly World stuff too. But I want to focus in on some of these DevaCurl things because they're nice sizes. They're very budget conscious, which really matters and is important. And these are things we can't live without. Light hold does not mean wimpy, I don't work. It means that if you cannot take a heavy, heavy hold on your hair because your hair easily flattens out, this has got a lot more water in it, which is a good thing. Because again, it's gonna seal down your cuticle, it's extremely slippery, but when you put it on that hair, and again, this is so you don't have to use a million products, you can use this by itself. Yeah, if you wanna put other things in, sure, but I recommend trying each product that I'm talking about by itself because then you'll know what it really does. Again, this is a nice, simple, I don't want my hair to feel stiff or sticky. You just put it over the hair, and then once it's on the hair, watch what I'm doing with the cup. Kind of squeeze it to the top if you have swavy or hair that barely curls. That's your buddy. Okay, ultra defining gel. People get really confused with this. For the tighter curly girl, for the 4C, the person who shrinks up a lot, I don't know what is in here that makes this work so well, but if you don't want that heavy shrinkage, this works great. It builds a really nice cast on your hair that you can squeeze out, so then your hair feels like hair. But if you're really concerned that you're gonna shrink up a lot, this is a great gel, and they make them in liters, so very cost effective. And again, you're taking care of your hair through the process because you wanna be healthy. Archangel. This has kind of been my go-to forever. It's like when I don't have time to think about it, when my hair's gotta look good, I always go to Archangel. I mean, you can just put the Archangel on there, put it over your hair. It doesn't shrink a lot. It's the most amount of hold you're gonna get out of the DevaCurl line. You're not gonna get stiff hold out of it. None of the products that we have at Curls and Company Chicago, you're not gonna walk out with hard hair. You shouldn't. Again, have your hair be really wet, drag it through. It's got a nice slip element. It's also the most moisturizing, even though it's the strongest hold. And it smells like an orange. It's got like an orange zest. So it's got a nice smell to it too. But it's like, if you can't buy a million products and you just need, like, Callie, what is the one thing I have to walk away with today? This is your strongest hold. And again, you can water it down and make it a weaker hold. So again, you know, think about what you want, what you can get. But this is a good, if you can only get one thing, get this. And that's the same what I would say with this too. You could do that. Like if you're like, If you only can get one thing, do this, because you can layer it, and make it stronger. You can water this down a little more and make it weaker. So, if there's one product that everybody in this salon would throw daggers at me if we got rid of, it would be Believe-In. This is everybody's #1 favorite product at Curls & Company Chicago. Literally, like I said, everybody here would kill me. Why? Because it is such a nice product. It's super slippery, goes through the hair like butter. It dries beautifully without a heavy cast, but enough of a cast that you can see your curl pattern. Again, this is why it's fun to try things by themselves. When we have somebody with a 4C, really tight curl, and you're like, I don't want it to look gunky, but you want to see curl pattern, beautiful. So think of that really tight-haired client that you want to get in there, you want to detangle, you want the shine back, this is going to help. On a side note, if you've been using a lot of stuff from the grocery store, and then you come in to get a haircut and a detox and stuff, and it's not as shiny as you may want it to be, you need to detox a little bit more. And we'll talk about that in the detox video, which you can look up online. And that explains a little bit more about how to get your hair the shiniest and most pliable and bouncy. But again, this Believe-In, it goes with everything. You can mix it with anything, and it's everything's friend. I don't know why it's so universally awesome, but we love it. Believe-In, Diva Curl, get it. Okay, products you can't live without, but this is sort of a cocktailing situation. This hairspray is something I personally can't live without. I've never in my life liked a hairspray or used a hairspray unless it was to shellac my hair. What I do is my hair will be soaking wet. I'll put in some gel. I even will use this after I've done all my shampoo and conditioning. And after I do my gel and my hair is soaking wet, I'll take this and just do some quick squirts like that. That's it. All over my wet hair. Then my hair is going to be all wet, and I'm going to go and smooth it and squeeze it to set it back into place. Even if I do it dry, it just helps me set it in place. That's why I truly love this flexible hold hairspray, because it's more of like, it's like the piano of hair products. You can do it, you can use this with everything. It works really good. If you're in a situation, you're traveling, you're in a super high humidity situation, like on an island or something, your gels won't dry that well. So like if you're in Florida, if you're in Hawaii, if you're in Louisiana, put this after you use any of your products over your hair and then do what I tell you to do. It builds a cast without getting sticky and creepy. You know, it just does a nice job of sealing everything in. I joke it's like the M&M effect. It seals in all the good stuff. And then when you go, once it's dry, which it dries pretty fast, you squeeze it and you just have pretty hair. And I discovered it on vacation. I ran out of all my hair gels. I'm like, great, all I have to is conditioner and hairspray. So I glommed on the conditioner, straight up conditioner, sprayed the heck with this flexible all over my curls and did that smoothing and squeezing. So the hair knows you want to be smooth, but you want to be curly. I was like, I looked great. I was like, oh my God, it's a miracle. And I was really happy. So, two great tastes that taste great together. No, don't eat it. But these work so well, it's insane. If you have swavy, barely there curls, or curls that need help plumping, these are going to be your best buddies. Put this all over your wet hair. Like I was saying, you do 4 pumps depending on how much hair you have. Coat the hair pretty good. Smooth it on. Take this stuff, spray it in liberally. When I say spray it in, take the hair and like, don't be shy. Get it in there. Spray it in. Try to spray it a little on the farther side, because if you're too close, the gel can become too heavy in a certain spot. You know, just spray it in there, move it around, keep your hand moving. With that believe in, flip your hair back, find your part, put in a few clips to lift it off your face, and then let it dry. If you're somebody who really cannot get bend out of the bottom of your hair, you're going to want to use a diffuser. And again, you don't have to, it just really helps. If you don't have time for a diffuser, you're like, I literally have 30 seconds. Have a microfiber and just squeeze it. Paper towel, toilet paper. You're in a hotel room, you woke up late, you got a meeting in 5 minutes, you look like a disaster. What done here really quick? Drag through a little bit of your product, squeeze, take the toilet paper or the paper towel, squeeze out all the drippy, flip back, use maybe the little hand dryer just to get this lifted so it's out of your face and so it doesn't look like you're streaming water, and you can walk into anywhere and look put together. So, the tangly kid. The kid who's got tangles. This really helps. Again, you put it in their hair, you drag your fingers downward so you're not hurting them. And for some reason, it really helps. If you're doing it outward, if you're doing it up, if you're doing it sideways, I don't know why it makes the knot worse. But if you put this in and you drag it, take the sections and drag it down, you can really get your kid detangled. This is really good. Or your adult. Hey, adults get tangly too. These are my freak of nature products that I don't even know why they became such awesome products, but I found them by accident and I love them. This is by Alterna. Caviar anti-aging. Who cares? Just throw that out. You don't even need to know that. What you need to know about this product is so many people need something. Their hair is dry. They got flyaways. You don't know why. You're just sort of a mess. You just take, here, look, I have it as a secret weapon. This is what I hide in my station. This is how good it is. And nobody's using it. Nobody's using it. 2, right? I use 2 pumps of this stuff that looks kind of wimpy. You rub it in and you grab an area that got fuzzy and you just sort of gently go over it and then you put it into place just like that. And it'll knock out the fuzz. And it's amazing. Like, I'll get done doing a diffuse. For whatever reason, everything looks good, but like a spot, that's what this is for. Or even if you have straighter hair that you're straightening and you get done at the end of that, rub this in like hand lotion, put it over the flyaways, and it won't look like you have hairspray on. It'll just calm down those flyaways. Mousse. Everybody thinks all mousses are the same. I am a child of the 80s. Mousse was king. It never worked for me. I have tried all these mousses. I have never seen the appeal in my life of mousse. I just haven't felt like it works that great. I feel like it looks crispy, crunchy, not pretty. I'm wrong. Why? Because it's called Classic Hold Mousse, Fab Foam number 2. Osis. I don't know why this stuff is freakishly good. If I were to go to a photo shoot, and they didn't even tell me what kind of curl pattern my person had. And I was like, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, I don't know, whatever. This would be coming with, because you can load it up, put it in, drag it through somebody's hair, and it like detangles, sets, and it dries clean. It dries so nice and clean, it's not even funny. It looks like they were born this way. Oh, my hair I woke up and I look beautiful. Because of this, and it mixes with everything. I can use Diva Curl, I can use the Curly World, I can use Kevin Murphy, I can use anything, you know. I'm sure I could even throw this over Pantene, you know. I don't know why it works so well, but it is a great mousse. Detangles, shines, clean finish, holds. They owe me big time. They should be like, yeah. This is another product that is so underused, nobody's using it. It's called Dream Coat for curly hair. I'll tell you why this is a little magic in a bottle. If you've got a ton of hair, you're going to overuse it. So if your hair is this big, I don't recommend it because it is smaller. But if your hair is about my size, maybe a little longer, what you would do, you put in your favorite products that you can't live without, but you need really fast for your hair to dry, and you need to know it's going to look perfect. Like, it cannot look screwed up. It's got to look perfect for whatever reason. Spray it liberally, and I do mean liberally. All over the hair till it's almost saturated. You'll notice immediate slip. You'll notice immediate detangle. And again, so comb, comb, comb with your fingers with that spray, then do a smooth and a squeeze. And don't overdo it. Like literally 1 section, 2 section, 3 section, 4 section, smooth, squeeze, smooth, squeeze. And then just let it dry. And it'll probably dry about 10 minutes faster, and it gives this beautiful cast that, again, for somebody who's like, I can't stand hair products, they completely gross me out. If I even touch my hair and it feels like there's a product on it, I'm gonna freak out. Wow, use wow. Again, I'm not gonna tell you what's in it. I don't know what's in it. All I know is it works for the person who literally has 30 seconds in the morning to make it look right. Or you're going out that evening and you just need to know that whatever you do, your hair's gonna look good. This should be your last step. I'm throwing these out there because they did some magic on people I thought magic could not be done to. I've had people lately, because we're a curly salon, show up with poker straight hair. And they're like, can you make me curly? And I'm like, these hands are not ones. No, I can't, you know. But I'm thinking, let's try it. If somebody tells me they have some bend in their hair, I'm going to try to fulfill their fantasy of having curly hair. This actually does it. Now, some things to know about it is it's got a high fragrance. So if you don't like fragrances, you're probably not going to like this. I think it just smells like good hair. But again, if you're fragrance sensitive, not for you. You put the cream on first and you squeeze it into the hair. Like drag it through, like you're combing it through. And when I say only use 2 pumps, I'm pretty serious. This is not for somebody who has really thick hair. This is for somebody who has almost straight hair, that's very fine, and barely gets a bend. That's what these guys are for. So 2 pumps of this, that's it. Otherwise, you will be sorry. So, and this is the Killer Curls Anti-Frizz Curl Defining Cream. Then, after you put the cream on, hit it quickly, like that. Shake it a little bit. Hold it like that. Flip back, and then let it dry. You know, again, if you can use a diffuser, it's going to make such a huge difference. If your hair is truly that fine, you need to use a diffuser. So now I'm looking at my hair. See, even me putting this in dry hair, I got some nice lift out of it. So again, it's a very confusing product. So work with your stylist a little to show you how to use it. But the cream and the spray really give you the most amount of curl for somebody who really doesn't have much curl. This is something that I didn't like at all. Weed Dad Whipped Curls Daily Conditioning and Primer. It was so thick. When I show you guys this, you're gonna be like, okay, that is all you want to use. Now, if you have gigantic hair, you can use more, but not much more. Don't get crazy. Oh, but I have so much hair, I need to use this much. No, there's a reason it's in this bottle. Don't overdo it. Plus, it's a little pricey, so, but look at this. This is like lotion. That's why you don't want to overdo it. Because if you overdo it, it's just going to gunk it up and you're going to feel like, why did I buy this product? So this works really great in conjunction with the Trez Effects Weed Dad Gel. I'm not a big fan of the other Weed Dad gels, but the Trez Effects is magical. So you put this on first if your hair's really dry. You know that dry that's almost like crispy, it just never feels soft. Put this on first. And when I say put it on, work it through. Work it through like you mean it until that hair starts feeling kind of soft. The Vital Curl Trez Effects Gel pairs really nice with it. So you'd put this on to soften the curl, And then you'd put this over the top to get that really nice cast. Like I'm gonna use it today on Sarita, who is my model with low porosity hair. I gotta say, these are our go-tos for low porosity hair. So is the TresFX gel, because it's so slippery, so shiny, so strong holding. This is the strongest hold gel we have in the salon. Archangel is almost as strong, but I think this is a little stronger. So you don't get confused, pair these guys together. They work really, really well. You can also use this by itself. So this is the Vital Curl TresFX styling gel. You're gonna see a lot of Weedad stuff. Don't just buy any Weedad gel. They're not all the same. This is for the person who needs super strong, slippery hold that's got very hard to hold hair that tends to frizz out at any given point. Does that mean it can't be used on somebody with swavy hair? No, you can. Just use less of it.